I never grow up. I keep working to the point I throw up. And if you cross me, it was good to know ya. Yeah.
We are live. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Tuesday episode of Tackle Talk. That's right. Sorry I didn't make the 7:15 this evening, guys. I had parental responsibilities, for those of you that know what those are. Listen, first time at the channel. If you don't know who I am, it doesn't really matter who I am, okay? I'm just a dude just like you. But if you want to have some fun after the old fishing conversation, head over to the other channel that I do. It's called The Hate, and it's a little bit more uncensored than this side of the show. So just so we know, I've got some things in the works here, guys. I think you're going to enjoy these. Without further ado, let's give a shout out to the chat. Christian J, Robert Sharp, Greg Edis, Mo Grady. We got Rachel Hay in the house, Chaos Hillbilly, Dean Kapowski. What's going on, guys? Let's get into this. Ladies and gentlemen, we had a fishing trip this weekend. I don't know if you guys heard or not. But, yeah. So I decided today are going to talk about how do you break down a new lake. We're going to have a couple of things we're going to talk about. Tips, tricks, little ideas that those of you can have. As you guys know, we have the topographical map. We can pull that and play with that for a little bit later on this evening. But for now, I know, relax everybody. Just hold on, okay? Ease up. We're going to take a look at a little video that I did, and I think you guys are going to get into this. So, unfortunately, guys, I forgot to charge Socks Cam, and Kristen J, I owe you a sock pic on that one. So, I'm going to slide you a sock pic on your DMs. Yeah, right? That's funny. Yeah, but no. It really isn't funny because I just literally got home. I ran in. I thought I turned that one off, that phone off that I use for the sock cam. I didn't. When I was flying the drone this weekend, I left it on, and the heat got on the bag, and then the bag heat killed the battery. So, yeah. How dry was Poga? Small Waters wants to know. Well, you know what? We're going to take a look at Poga together. So, without further ado, guys, let's do this. Let's go ahead and do it. Ramp's broken. If I don't get on it now, I ain't going to make it. Something about zombies. I don't know. I got to go. Take a look at Poga, John. Tell me what you think Instapoga was. Alright, what do I got left on it? Yeah, it turned into one of these days, guys. Just go out and fly your drone, dude. Just go out and fly your drone. Yeah, John, it was low by like 2.5, 3 feet. It's still low. Over us, you know what I'm saying? And they sprayed. They came from the back, and then I just flew it right straight over us, so it looked cool. Yeah, I'll tell you the story, you guys, here in just a minute. Just if you haven't seen this is actually really, really cool because I enjoy this kind of stuff. There's a little bit of pucker factor. There's a whole lot of stress. To give you guys an idea, this thing just told me there's 8% battery life. And it's going to return to home. Which is not anywhere near where we are. And I didn't have sideways flight enabled. So this was turning into a nightmare how I'm going to land this thing. Yeah, I understand charging stop. Relax. Yeah, I know battery's low. It's beeping at me and like talking to me. It's bad. No. Keeps wanting to take off, and because there's like 25 mile an hour gusts, it keeps wanting to leave. just take off wherever it wants to go. What's that, buddy? Hit the old emergency off, boys and girls. Do some of that. Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. Yeah, it was getting bad, man. I'm talking, guys. Listen, no joke. Yes. Before we get into this, let's see what we got here. Let's see what happened in the chat. Yeah. So we already talked about Instapoga last time. It sucked. Gotta run, dude, here. All right, John, be good. Yeah, thanks, Robert. Nice save. Yes, Rachel, those are umbrellas for the cameras. When you get out there and it's like 98 degrees and there's no shade because you're fishing offshore where there's no cover whatsoever over your heads, the umbrellas keep your cameras on. They do. They keep them on for 8-10 hours. You don't have to worry about overheating or anything like that. I almost broke one when I got home, though. Yeah, 007, Dean Kapowski says that's some 007 stuff right there. Yeah, Dean, realistically, it's getting to that point. The gusts kept coming in. I've had, guys, updates. That's going to be a topic that we're going to talk about tonight on The Hate. We're going to talk about updates. We're going to talk about, I have to rename that whole stream before I even go live doing it because we're going to talk about a bunch of stuff over there. But listen, if you haven't seen it yet, let me pin this to the top. This is not family friendly. Okay. I don't market it as family friendly. It is an adult television. It is an adult entertainment. All right. And I don't mean like I get graphic or explicit or anything like that, but I will use adult words occasionally on that channel that I try not to use so much here with you guys. So without further ado, guys, let's get into this. Let's talk about how do you break down a new lake. We're going whiteboard. We are going whiteboard. I don't know what I did with all my markers. I almost grabbed a Sharpie the other day, you guys. Oh my God. Could you imagine grabbing a Sharpie and writing on your whiteboard because you're just not in the mood? And forgive me if I look like I'm gonna yak. That'll be on the other channel this evening. It's on me is all I'm gonna tell you. It's on me. It's on me. It's physically on me. So guys, what are some, let me see, hold on, an umbrella. What are some of the things that we can use to break down a new lake? Well, we've got a lot of stuff. We've got Google Earth. Well, I pick up the one marker that doesn't work. Okay, that's it. Listen, I've had that kind of day, folks. All right, let's go to number one. Let's go to Google Earth. I don't want to get hit with a trademark on the show, so we're going to call it this, guys. Google Earth. All right, that's the first way. First way we can look in, guys, you can research lakes. Google won't give you a topographical, but it'll show you things like docks. It'll show you things like grass patches. It'll show you things like vegetation areas, maybe lily pad areas. Maybe you'll notice something like cypress trees. Those are always a good indicator. Maybe you'll notice a big tree that fell in the lake because you're seeing it from the top. And maybe when the Google Earth thing went over there, it was there, but now it's submerged. That's a great way to give yourself a little leg up as with a cheapness, you know, like going really cheap. All right. That's one way. Let's get into number two. Number two, you can spend some money. It's not really that much. Don't think it's crazy. You can go get you some topos. Topo charts. Oh. Number two, topo charts. You guys remember when we did that episode where we talked about the what the lakes look like on the topographical maps, when we showed what Lake Harris looks like and some of the things that I look like to find fishing offshore and stuff like that. One of the things that we were going to do tonight, had I charged the other phone, was I was going to plug it in and show you guys a few things. One of the things I wanted to show you guys was the map of the coverage area that we had on Lake Instapoga. It was my first time there. Buddy had one more experience on this lake than I did, and then our other buddy that we went with. Listen, I'll get into that when we get into number 3. Number 3, guys, and probably one of the most important elements to breaking down a new lake one of the most important is local knowledge. Local knowledge. Number 3. What are the people in the area saying? Have you been by any of the bass shops or anything like that? Have you given yourself a shot at going by and talking to any of the locals? Have you run into a couple, 3, maybe 5 guys in the parking lot that fish this lake on a regular? And they're like, you know what, buddy, just come with me, man. We'll show you where we put them daggone brush piles down there in that there lake, and we make sure you catch all the fish you want to catch today, buddy. You for sure. For sure. Now, you will. Just so we're all clear on this. You will meet that guy. Very unsuspecting. You would never think this guy knew what he was doing. He gonna say to you, "No, listen, all y'all need is some blue. Just get you some blue 5-inch worms. Just go back in there and look into the booger stickers. Just go back into the booger stickers and just flick it on back in there." Now, I've been eating 19 fish in an hour. I pulled 19 fish in an hour. I did, and then I went home. My reels were so hot, and some of my line had melted. Because I was just reeling, just big fish. I averaged about 11, maybe big one was like 13, 3.5, maybe a quarter. I don't know. It was windy. It was like 35 mile an hour gusts over there. And then if you talk to the guy at the bait and tackle store, and that guy's like, yeah, what you need about 3 dozen of them there shiners. You go out with about 3 dozen of them there shiners, you're going to have the best fishing day of your life, I'll tell you what. Because he smokes like 10 packs of cigarettes a day sitting in that bait and tackle shop. Hey, Shawanda. Yeah, so local knowledge. I did that kind of on purpose, but not on purpose. If you start hearing some BS like that coming out of people's mouths, don't believe a word of it. So we showed up for this grandiose fishing adventure, which was gonna change my life. You understand? I did all my stuff. Buddy was Google Earthing. You know what I mean? I was coming in with the topo charts. See, I know how to spell. Y'all just need to understand. And then we found some folks that had some local knowledge. Some local knowledge is basically what we found out. So, yeah, we headed out on old Lake Instapoga, which, if you ask me, lays out to be something of a beautiful lake. I think. Maybe not. I don't know. I've heard stories. I've heard people crushing it down there. I've heard people doing magical things down there. I asked both Oprah Winfrey and Tom Cruise if I could have one of the best fishing days I ever did want to have. Guys, I had special socks lined up for y'all. I mean, I don't think, if you check my OnlyFans, you'll see there was a couple of times that are out on the boat where I showed them off. You know, listen, if you haven't seen, no shame. You understand? If y'all see me in socks on OnlyFans, just look away. You'll know it's me. You'll know it's me. It says Mike Honcho on my back. I had it tattooed in there years back. You'll just don't worry about it. Just move along. You know, swipe whatever direction you do on there. I don't know. Frybeard's Tacos, huh? Nice. Yeah, well, you missed a good story, Robert. You missed a really good story about all the things that happened. So there we were, right? Guys, I want to be honest. I don't want you guys to think that without these 3 things, you can't have a successful fishing trip when you're breaking down a lake. But One of these three things is bound to tell you something or show you somewhere that you might want to, check on that map, check in that next body of water that you venture into. Now, reality is going to strike, and you're going to find out that you will have no, and I say again, no luck on a lake that number 4 give me a second because I want to make sure I use the right word here. If there is a way for you to find out at the lake you're going to, if it was just nuked, if it was just hit with some kind of thermal nuclear device that literally killed everything in the lake, because that happens. I physically witnessed it on this lake. Now, you guys know me. I'm the dink slayer, you understand? Like, I will find even the smallest fish in your lake, and it will be attracted to my hook, and I will bring it back to the boat. We're going to look at it, and it becomes kind of a laughy little joke, you know what I'm saying? Early in the trip, Buddy Ryan was already behind on schedule, and you guys haven't met any of them, Ryan, yet, or Billy. We're gonna do another day. Don't you worry about that. It's just not gonna be. Do you have a map? Yes, I have a map, Robert. I have a map. I did all that. So I'm telling you, I did all this stuff. Okay, but we all had. You have no idea. We're on our way, guys. Let's take a rewind moment here. Okay, let's just rewind because I want to put the whole setting in this so you guys understand the emotion that goes into a fishing trip. So there we were, right? Me and Buddy. I'm up 3 o'clock in the morning. I didn't go to bed till like 1:30 Friday night. Okay, I've got to be up at 3. I've got to be out of the house by 3. Like 3:15 is going to be pushing it to the limit because I'm at like 2 hours and 36 minutes with zero traffic, right? Well, I have one weakness in driving. And I don't know if any of you guys have ever experienced this, but here's my weakness. Every time I see a sign that says light photo enforced on the right or left-hand side of the road, as soon as I see that sign and look up, that light turns yellow. I don't know if it's just me or if they time it out. I'm pretty sure it's a conspiracy. All right, I'm going to go 110% leaning towards civil engineers have put some type of device that registers your vehicle at that sign, and it gives you the appropriate amount of reaction time and distance to slow down in the event that you are driving the posted speed limit. I'm sure of it. I'm going to put money on this, okay? As soon as I get to that sign, I look over, I look up, yellow, and boom, light blinks. Boop. I get the little flash. So I'm pretty sure that the start of this trip is going to be me getting like a $163 red light traffic ticket. When meanwhile, it is raining and there is not another car for 900 miles from me. So this is how the adventure starts, okay? This gets really good. You guys are going to like this. It's funny. So I get down there, right? And I'm about, I don't know, an hour out. Buddy calls me. And I'm like, what's going on, man? He's like, we got a problem. Now, you guys remember, okay, last time we went fishing and we had a problem, we blew a tire on the side of the road. Well, Buddy says, the battery's hissing. I said, what? He says, yeah, it's hissing. I said, but get the battery out of the, get it out of the boat, buddy. You understand that? And the next thing they do after they hiss is they pop. And now you're talking about fire. You know what I'm saying? We don't need that. Like, that's not going to be a good day, bud. Especially right next to your neighbor's house. I mean, just a nightmare scenario, right? I says, listen, I got like 273 Walmarts. Give me your money. I've got like 273 Walmarts on my way down to Buddy, right? And now all of a sudden I've got like 0 of them. So I'm on the car and I've got the navigation in the car and you have to talk to this thing, right? So I'm trying to do my best robot voice impression so that the car understands the language that I'm speaking, which doesn't always happen. Okay. Sorry, guys. Tonight's turning into a story time podcast. We already talked about the breaking down the lake. We're talking about the experience of breaking down the lake now, because I think this is more important. This is freaking hashtag making memories, folks. Okay. That's all I'm going to say about this. So here we go. I go into the Walmart. I think I'm going into the Walmart, but I guess Walmart doesn't. Guys, I'm vlogging this, okay? I am vlogging this the whole time. Here, you know what? I'm going to let you guys see it. We're going to do this together. I don't even know if this is going to work. I really don't. I don't have a clue, but we're going to do this together. Let's take a moment, and together we'll experience these moments together, because I want to show you guys just absolute nightmare. I'm talking, this was brutal. I don't know if this is going to get me a copyright strike though, so I won't play the first one. So hold on. Let me change this up, you guys. Here, turn on some music. Good guy, I suck at this. I'm the worst. Sorry, guys. I know I seem like I'm kind of staring off, but I'm actually trying to do something. Oh, it's not going to let me do it. All right, I'm not going to try to do that right now. Never mind. Scratch that. Okay, so we're not going to watch the vlogs. All right, we're not going to watch the vlogs. We're just going to stay right where we're at. So, I'm vlogging this whole thing, right? The phone call, we got a problem. I mean, this is going to be cool. This is a story that people are going to want to see. You understand what I'm saying? These are the things that get like views, because there's a whole story to it. There's the build up. We're starting in the morning. You guys are seeing me roll out. I'm kind of like, trying to get this whole thing started, trying to get moved and trying to get everything moving, and that's the way the day starts. Well, next thing you know, I'm in Walmart's not even open. It says 6 o'clock Walmart opens. It's now like 6:13 and there's like 30 people standing outside. And we're all looking at each other, right? We're all looking at each other. Well, all of a sudden, like, I'm going to say almost like 2 minutes after that, right? It's 6:15. This guy comes out and just walks out of the Walmart. And I looked at Buddy and I was like, are you guys open? He's like, oh, I guess we should open the doors. You guess we should open the doors, buddy. So, there we are. I'm finally in the Walmart. I put that on the video too. I'm like, oh, look at this. Back to the Walmart. Ha ha ha. I make a couple funny references. We walk through the Walmart together. Everything's good times, right? I go over. I got the camera on. I call Buddy. Hey, what size battery do we need? He says, I don't know. I'm like, you know what I mean? But here we go. We got the battery. Look at that. Throw it in the cart. You know what I'm saying? We're on our way out. I'm doing the Walmart thing. Guess how many lanes are open in Walmart at that time in the morning? Somebody put in the chat how many lanes are open at 6:18 in the morning in a Walmart. No need to attempt to try, boys and girls. Shawanda nails it with the big fat 0 first on. There is not a single lane. And what am I purchasing, guys? A battery. And not just any battery, a marine battery. This is going to be freaking fantastic. So I look at the woman and I says, excuse me, ma'am. There's a, customer service representative right there. I said, excuse me, ma'am, I'm going to purchase a battery in which I don't have my core. Will it print a secondary receipt? Or should you help me with this purchase based upon the secondary entry of the number? They have a serial number that has to be entered into the computer. She says, no, you do it. And I'm thinking to myself, And I said this on the camera. When the hell did I work at Walmart? You understand? Like, what? I'm not punching in. I'm not touching your dirty ass screen. So I asked her. I said, "Ma'am, do you want to do this?" Oh, no speak English. Yeah, that's how it went, boys and girls. That's how it went at the Walmart. So I was like, you know what? No problem, man. We're gonna take it. I'm gonna take this. You understand? I'm just gonna deal with this. And I got a battery, and we're en route. You know what I'm saying? So vlogging it up, right? Get back in the car, get back on the road. We're moving out. I got the music going, I'm having a good time. It's a good drive. I pull into the ramp. I got the camera up. I'm expecting, I know I'm coming into the ramp. I've already Google Earth this thing. I went down to street level, so I know this is like a perfect place to shoot. It's going to be a beautiful sunrise on the Instapoga Lake. This is the start of something beautiful, you guys. This is what dreams are made of. Do you understand? These are the moments that this is epic shit. You understand what I'm saying? This is what Steve-O said I needed. I need epic shit, and this is gonna be the day. You understand? This is going to be the day. There's only one problem. I'm the only asshole in the parking lot. That's right. Me. There's probably 600,000 acres of parking in this facility, and I am the only car in it. That's not going to change my day. You know why? I followed my 4 pillars to success. I started with Google Earth. I went and got me some topo shirts. I got me some local knowledge. And I don't know it, but it don't look like the lake was just nuked. And no, it don't. Three and a half seconds later, buddy pulls up in the truck. I don't feel so alone anymore. He says, "Well, that's not a good sign." And I said, "Not a good sign? No. This is fate, my friend. This is what destiny looks like. We are the first people at this ramp. Battery's right here, bud. Scoop it out. Buddy's in the back. He's running full mechanic. I'm filming the whole thing, okay? Filming it, talking, filming. You guys, you'll see some of this." I looked at Buddy, and he says, "Well, there's a pretty good chance we could kill it." I said, "Kill it? I'm coming out to break double digits, buddy. You understand? I'm not in this to kill it. I'm out here for one, and it's going to be big." You know what I mean? That's where my mindset is today. I've already got my gear in the boat. We're ready to go. Batteries swapped out. Buddy's on point. I'm on point. Now who are we waiting for? Ryan. We ain't waiting for nobody. First off, okay, we are all set. Everything we needed to have done was done. We already had our failure for the day, and we still pushed on, okay? These are 2 determined men, and I will say that with capital M, capital E, capital N, on a mission to change our lives. Okay, this is that moment. This is how it works, boys and girls. We have put in the grind, and we are in this to win this. You guys know the feeling if you're a fisherman. You know exactly what it feels like. We head out on the water. Boat starts right up. Golden grams. Okay, where are we gonna go? Buddy Ryan says, "Just start right there on the left in the docks." Turn on the electronics. We're in 1 foot of water. We're beached, and we just pulled off the ramp. Just backed out. Took a little bit of got too close to the reeds on the left, and we're beached. Luckily, Buddy got us off that, but we made that determination at that moment in the first 15 seconds of the day. We are not gonna jump in this water. There's just no way, dude. There's no way. It's not worth it. It's not worth it unless we're in kill it mode. It's not worth it. Needless to say, 4 guys hit the water that day. We had a battery go down. Ryan packed his boat up, went to the marina, had all of his wires cut on his trolling motor, hard plugged them directly into the power socket of his boat in order to operate his trolling motor. Winds gusted anywhere between 16 and 25 miles an hour. Swells were 1 to 1.5 feet on the open water. And we covered the entire Lake Instapoga. We saw 1 fish, about a 4-foot alligator gar. 8 people fished that day. Total, I think, on that whole lake. We didn't get a single bite out of the 4 of us. So we kind of started with the concept of like making a bet. You know, I brought a little bit of money, like we can go boat for boat, you know, we can go fish or we can go big fish. At this point, if we started with $100 a person per boat, we would have ended with a $5 bill to see who got a bite. Because that's what the day was like. Not a single bite, you guys. Guy pulls up on the ramp. He comes up. First time here? Yeah. Oh, how'd you do? He says, we didn't get a bite. Well, what are you throwing? Artificials? Yeah, I'm throwing artificials. He says, and then I stopped down at the local bait shop. Buddy said, you know what you need is about 3 dozen shiners. And Buddy had not a bite riding the bobber for about 6 hours. So to give you guys an idea, sometimes you will experience in your life that just a deep down reality gut check that don't let it discourage you. Okay, don't fear the skunk. Learn from the skunk and learn not to go where your buddy Ryan says you need to go. Take your instinct. If you woke up in the middle of the night and you started thinking, we're not going to that lake, we're going to this one, stick with that. That's something, that's Jeebus telling you that you need not go with your buddy because he doesn't know where he's going, and this is going to be miserable. But local knowledge says, I caught me 19 in an hour, I had to give up. And I started thinking, lucky I didn't run into Buddy, because I just said, what hour was that? Because I got 8 of them that I can't get back at this point. Thanks. So that was the adventure, guys. What you saw, that little bit of drone footage mixed in with a couple of different camera angles, was all I kept from that day. There was absolutely nothing to see but sunburn. Have you ever been so discouraged in your life, fishing, that you couldn't even speak to complain? I mean, you guys know us, man. It was cloudy on the ride in this morning. There's too many people already out on the lake. I don't have my plug. I forgot to put the plug in. Lonnie breaks his sunglasses, forgets his hat. Guys, these are all signs that was not the day to do what we were doing. And yet we continued to push on, hoping that Oprah Winfrey and Tom Cruise were going to give us this magic moment. And we found out they were not. They were not. No one's going to give you anything when it comes to the fishing game, boys and girls. Not even those two. So yeah, that was the night. That was the whole day, you guys. We drove home miserably exhausted. We gave it every ounce of emotion and energy that we physically possibly could. Guys, we threw everything. Like, we literally threw everything. I don't think we left any type of bait untouched. I don't think we made anything happen other than just a little bit of emotion. I got real emotional. We all got a little emotional on that trip. I'll tell you what. It wasn't anybody's fault, though. You know, sometimes you just go to lakes and things don't pan out. But we beat that lake. We beat that lake to death. We crossed that lake twice. We doubled back on some spots. We went through every type of booger sticker and carriage whip. I mean, they call everything's got a different name down there when you ask people what what areas they're fishing, and the lake's kind of sectioned off so you can pick your attack, at a certain particular lake like that. But if you do the research, guys, and you're willing to put in the grind, which is the trip itself to some of these distant lakes, you might just land on a jewel. Or you might wish you stayed home that day and saved everybody a lot of emotion. And I don't know, it's emotional damage, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was a lot. It was physically and mentally exhausting. I'm gonna tell you what, buddy saved my life. That occurred on the boat. For some reason, man, when I got turned around on the boat, and the waves were coming in at such weird times. I was getting thrown all over the boat. It was terrible. It was absolutely terrible. I almost ate it. I almost fell right off the boat. I went to step down, and the boat went down, and I just kept going down with it. You know what I'm saying? And buddy grabbed me, and I was like, bro, I owe you. He's like, yeah, you were going down. I was like, yeah, no, I was on my way. I was just preparing. Was I going head first or feet first? Like, that was the play. I would have had it all on camera except the one that would have filled up with water. That would have been fantastic. That would have put a big fat cherry on that day of fishing. So yeah, so what have you guys been doing? What's up with the chat? What are you guys doing? The story's over. All right, story's done. We're not playing story anymore, you guys. I want to talk to you guys for a few minutes and see what you guys are doing. I'm going to give it about maybe 5 or 6 more minutes, guys, and then we're going to jump off here. I got to prep on the hate, make sure everything works over there, and fire that bad boy up and get to work. You know what I'm saying? Have a little bit of fun over there, because I got a story for you guys, and I'm changing that title too. So just so you guys know it, we are changing the title. So, but nonetheless, guys, I think we've had a little bit of fun tonight. I think we've given some good information. We figured out a few things, and I think we're all ready to move on to the next lake. Don't know where that's going to be. There's a few in the area that we want to check out, but we're going to hit them hard. We're going to hit it with my 4 points of success. As you guys see, that was a total successful method for the first trip that we tried at Lake Instapoga. Was the first lake we're trying that on, and it was miserable. It was absolutely miserable. Time to fish a river. I've been thinking that too, Rachel. I'm thinking about hitting Ocklawaha again, but I don't want to hit it unless the water's down. I don't want to fish Ocklawaha up. I don't want to go north either, because I don't want to sweat and die going north, because that lake is, that river's nasty on the north side. I think it's north, or is it the south side? I'm not quite sure. I don't even know which way it flows. Some people do. The ancients and those that were astronomers and Plato, but not anybody that's alive today. They don't know which way rivers flow for sure. The lost vape, huh? I don't know. I don't think Oh, you heard about that, huh, Skrilla? Yeah, because I did lose my vape at one point. It fell in the seat, and it was a whole meltdown there. We had a lot of fun, though. Like I said, guys, hashtag making memories. You can't get these moments back, man. You can't get these moments back. So if there's one thing I can tell you when you're hunting a new lake, man, stay positive. Grind, and, it's nobody's fault if there's no fish living in that lake anymore. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Wakaiva River. Yeah, that's a good one, Rachel. I don't fish there. Now the mod I have now is called that. Oh, nice. Send you a map to my favorite. Hey, thanks, Robert. I appreciate it. We're going to need all the help we can get now. Like I said, we've got another lake picked out, and this next lake I think is going to be fire. I really do. I think the next lake we're going to go to is fire. We're going to try to get in a fishing trip here shortly. I got to get some good content. I got to have epic shit, man. I really do. And it's tough. It's really tough to make these fantastic videos happen. You know what I mean? It is, because everything's got to work out, and trust me, it wasn't working out. There wasn't too much working out at all, guys. But keep your head up, you know. Sometimes, like I said, looking into little things like when was the last time they sprayed, because this lake looked like it was still bubbling from the stuff they sprayed, and the amount of chlorophyll that was in the water turned it completely green. There was no clean water in the lake. We saw one bait fish all day, and it was like this big, and I didn't bring my super dink baits. You know, I brought my little 3-inch, or 3-inch dinks for life. There it is, Casey. You know, I brought my little dink, but no, that wasn't the one. It wouldn't work. They just weren't biting. It was so bad, you guys. You don't even know. But listen, nobody died, and that's the only thing we can't replace. You know what I mean? So as far as I'm concerned, successful day out on the lake. New waters were covered. Is Instapoca on my return list? Maybe in like 8 years. Maybe. But it's right up there on the list of lakes that I just will never go back to. You know what I mean? I just won't. But I will find another one in the area that we're going to get a chance to hook it up and crush it on. And next month, guys, we might have a peacock trip coming up, where we're still waiting to hear about that. So if we do get into that, that'll make for an interesting couple of videos. And I think we can all have some fun watching another peacock adventure, another urban warfare. And then maybe a headwaters or another lake close to that area. See, we're already working on it, guys. Well, listen, everybody. Again, it's been real. It's been fun. We'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. See ya.